What if I told you that saving money in 2025 could be as easy as 60 seconds? Yep, you heard that right. I've got 27 tips for you that you can start saving in 2025 in under 1 minute each. Hi everybody, my name is Sarah. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you don't know me, I'm the owner of FrozenPennies.com. I'm a financial coach, and as a family, we are debt-free. Now, these aren't your typical savings tips. These are quick, easy, and practical for those people who are looking to save money on a busy schedule. Now, granted, the frugal-hearted of us might think that these are competitive, like you've heard them before. Not only have you heard them before, but you're doing every single one of them. Well, my hope for you today is that you'll find at least one or two in this list that you hadn't thought of before. And for those of you who are just starting on your frugal journey, these might be just the list of tips that you need to get started. Switch to energy saving modes. Take all of your electronics, like your phones and your laptops and your desktop computers, and switch them to energy saving mode. Now, my husband actually has his cell phone on energy saving mode all the time because he has an older iPhone and he wants to preserve the battery as long as possible. It is starting to slow down that poor old battery on that iPhone. So when switching it to energy saving mode, the battery actually will last longer. How about setting an old-fashioned timer on your showers or using the timer on your phone? Now this tip has to go to my mom because growing up, we had a very short time limit on our showers because we had a well and a septic, and my mom was frugal. She didn't want to spend the money on heating up water when we didn't need that amount of water. And as you know, a lot of teenagers spend way too much time in the shower. But even as an adult, we could get it down and have a standard operating procedure for our showers to cut back the time we're actually in them. How about turning off the water when you're brushing your teeth? I know we tend to get into the habit of leaving the water on while we're brushing our teeth because, well, it doesn't really take us that long to brush our teeth. But I know for myself, turning it off and turning it back down will drastically reduce the water consumption that's being used. Use a refillable water bottle. Now, I tend to take one of these with me just about every single time I leave the house, only because I don't want to stop and spend money on water or a drink or a soda or sometimes even a coffee. I'd rather have the water bottle with me. Switch off unnecessary lights. My sweet husband has a tendency to have every single thing in the house on. All the lights in all of the rooms, the TV, the laptop, the Alexa in the kitchen playing music, everything has to be on at once. I have a tendency to go behind him, which only takes a minute, and turn everything off. Compare prices. Just quickly, while you're online, compare the price of something. If you're out shopping and you see something that you might like, compare the price. Quick story, we were in BJ's warehouse the other day and my husband saw a Coleman camping stove. It was on sale for $69.99. Now, sometimes BJ's prices tend to vary and be a little bit higher than other places. So while I was standing there, quickly, I looked up the price on Amazon. The same exact Coleman camping stove was $20 more on Amazon than it was marked down at BJ's. So needless to say, that's my husband's Christmas present. Meal prep a snack. Now, I did just talk about grabbing that water bottle and taking it with me before I leave the house. I also do the same thing with a snack. Sometimes even a sandwich. It's a lot quicker, takes a minute or two to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, throw it in a container and take it with you. This way you know when you're out running errands, you're not stopping someplace and grabbing a snack. You can also do the same thing if you're working. Meal prep your snacks as well as your lunch to take to work with you so you're not attacking the vending machine once you get there. Freeze leftovers. This is something that's very big in our house. We tend to do this a lot. As a matter of fact, I have a roast. I made a pot roast the other day. That was phenomenal. Very, very good. Huge piece of meat. I'm going to divide that up today and put it into containers and have it in the freezer just in case we want a quick meal. Clean out your wallet. I love this one. Not only are we cleaning out our wallet for old receipts, make sure you take a look at those receipts and that you were charged with what you purchased and they didn't overcharge you on that. We're also cleaning out our change. If you have change and you're still using actual physical money, throw that in a change jar to save for your summer vacation. And also, we're looking at those cards. If you have credit cards in your wallet that you tend to overspend because you have them in your wallet, yet you don't want to cut them up and get rid of them, maybe take them out and put them in your safe in your home. This way, you're less tempted to use them because they're not as easily accessible. Speaking of cash, use cash. I know for us, when we go out, which isn't very often, many of the restaurants now are charging a surcharge to use credit cards because they no longer, as a restaurant, want to absorb those charges that the credit card companies are charging them. So they're passing those charges on to you. I don't want to pay those charges, so I'm bringing cash with me. I know that one restaurant, which is one of our favorites in particular, has it right there on the menu. No way, I fell for it one time. I fell for it. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm bringing cash with me. Check your freezer inventory. Before you make your grocery list, before you meal plan, check the freezer to see what you have that needs to be eaten up, and then create your meal plan from that. Bring your own bags. For us, our Target will give you 5 cents off of your bill for every one of your own bags that you bring. Now, we've been doing this for quite some time here in New York State because they got rid of the plastic bags. We're no longer able to even get those. They do have paper bags, but some places will charge you 10 cents per paper bag. I am not willing to spend 10 cents a bag when I have a whole car full of those really pretty cloth bags that I can use. Declutter. I'm in the process right now of decluttering my clothes. It's time to start to sell some of those clothes that I'm not using anymore. I'm in a transition period here, so I would like to get rid of the clothes and add some new pieces. Set a spending limit alert. A lot of banking apps will alert you when you've spent money for the day or in a single purchase. It only takes a minute to set those up on your banking app, and this way you know when you've reached your daily spending limit. This is great if you're trying to save a large sum of money. Did you know that if you save $27.50 every single day for an entire year, you could have $10,000? Make coffee at home. This is a staple in our house. Rarely, I mean rarely, do I buy coffee out. Sometimes I like to treat myself to a Starbucks Grande Soy Latte, hot, no foam, decaf, but that is a rarity for me. That is probably maybe once a week, maybe. Last week I didn't buy any coffee out. So, hey, yay me! Unsubscribe from marketing emails. I feel like I'm doing this every single day. I just placed an order for pajamas for my grandchildren for Christmas, and now I'm bombarded with Children's Place marketing emails, numbers of them every single day. It's too much. Plan a no-spend day. A no-spend day, a no-spend week, a no-spend month. Even if you're super motivated, what about a no-spend 2025? Not spending any unnecessary money for an entire year. Now, granted, I still want you to pay your bills, but unnecessary spending on hold for the entire year. Do you think you could do it? Let me know in the comments. Do you think that you could do a no-spend year for the entire year? Place a price tag on your wants. So manually or mentally in your head, how much money do you want to spend on that thing? Say you want a brand new pair of sneakers, but you do not want to spend any more than $30 on those sneakers. And you know you want Nike sneakers because those are the best ones for your aching back. Well, you're going to mentally put a price tag on those sneakers, and you are going to look and be patient and find them for that amount of money or less. Decline impulse purchases. Whew, tell me, is this hard for you or what? When you're shopping, no matter what you're shopping for, groceries, clothing, Target run, whatever it is, grab one thing from your cart and put it back. One thing. It won't take any more than just a minute. Use coupons. Now, I'm not talking about cutting out coupons and filing it in the coupon box like my mom and I did way back in the 80s. I'm talking about finding the app for the store that you're in and quickly going through those, doing searches for the things you already have in your cart to see if there are any coupons available for them. Opt for generic brands. Now, there are some things that I don't mind buying generic for. Potato chips, bread, salad dressings. Doesn't make any difference to me. Those don't matter. There are some things that I refuse to buy generic. Hellmann's mayonnaise, gotta have the real Hellmann's. It'll only take you a minute or less. Instead of going for that Hidden Valley Ranch, try the Great Value brand. Evaluate your wants versus needs. When you're looking at something or deciding on something, do you need it or do you want it? If you want it, put it in a cart or take a screenshot of it and save it for later. If you go back 24, 48 hours and you still want it, then consider it again. But take a pause. It only takes a minute to pause before you buy. Set up auto pay for bills. This is my very favorite thing to do when it comes to budgeting. I love auto pay. For me, it works fantastic. And many times with auto pay, you get a little bit of a discount. I know Verizon for me gave me a discount when I set up auto pay. It was a wonderful thing for my budget. Speaking of budgets, it's only going to take you 1 minute to download this free digital printable budget planner. Completely free, won't cost you a thing. Link is in the description below. Check your pantry before shopping. The same thing that you did when you checked your freezer before shopping, I want you to check your pantry too. Go through quickly, see if there's anything that needs to be eaten up, pull that out, and make a meal plan from those. Keep a grocery list, whether it's a list digitally on your phone, an actual list stuck to your refrigerator, or you are asking your smart device to add it to your grocery list. As long as you're keeping a list so you have that when you go into the store, it's only going to benefit your 2025 budget. Set a financial goal reminder. Now first, I want you to take a minute and figure out what your financial goals are for 2025. Set those reminders by sticking a post-it note on the refrigerator or your bathroom mirror so you have your financial goals front and center for the entire year. Change your money mindset about money. Consider the reason that you have money. It's to eat. It's to keep a roof over your head. It's to keep you warm. It's a tool to get you where you want to go. It really is all about changing the mindset of your behaviors and your thoughts and your belief about money that will help you eventually save and be more frugal. If you're looking for more information on money mindset, I encourage you to check out this video next.